What is up, YouTube? My name is Vinny, and welcome to Road Blast Media. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 6 coolest motorcycles made in America. This is very interesting for me as I come from New Zealand, so we don't get all of these bikes over here, but we do get the odd Harley Davidson, Indian, and the odd Beal, although those are a bit more few and far between. So yeah, we'll be breaking down the different bikes in America, some sports machines, some cruisers, and other ones that are just out of this world. So how about we crack on with number 6? Coming in at number 6, we have the Harley Davidson Softail Night Train. Now, this is a beautiful motorcycle, and I've had a bit of personal experience with one. Not riding one, but a close friend of mine's dad owns one, and been for a few rides. It's an absolutely stunning machine. It sounds totally awesome, and they look really cool too. They've got like a really distinctive tail light and swept tail, and yeah, they're absolutely stunning work of engineering coming from the United States. A very popular model of Harley Davidson over here in New Zealand. So these have a 1584cc V twin, or a 96 cubic inches. They make 127 Newton meters of torque, or 92 foot-pounds at 3,000 RPM. So they are all about laying down some fat power to that tar seal. That's just what they're about. They're a massive heavyweight at 297 kilos, or 656 pounds. I think that's dry. But yeah, no, nonetheless, this is a staple Harley Davidson here. It's a very popular one, and also quite a beautiful one. So yeah, that's number 6, the Harley Davidson Softail Night Train. Coming in at number 5, we have the Indian FTR 1200S. Now, that FTR stands for Flat Track Racer, and it's a bit of a homage to the past days when people would race their Harley Davidsons and modify them to be like scrambler style motorcycles. Now, this one's an absolutely beautiful motorcycle. It has a 1203cc, or 73 cubic inches V twin. It makes 120 horsepower and 87 pound-feet of torque, or 117 Newton meters of torque. And it has a dry weight of 482 pounds, or 218 kilos. So this one's a bit of a monster and a bit of a street weapon. It's an amazing bike, a comfortable riding position. It looks the part. It's a modern retro. And I think this bike is absolutely stunning. You don't see too many here in NZ, but I had seen one and it sounded absolutely awesome. And they're just an amazing motorcycle. They really stand out amongst the rest. And yeah, that's kind of why it's made the list today. I think it's a really, really cool motorcycle. So yeah, number 5 is the Indian FTR 1200S. Coming in at number 4, we have the Buell XB12R Firebolt. Now, these things are absolutely awesome. They look out of this world and very reminiscent of the New Zealand-made Britain motorcycle. Now, these are powered by a 1203 cc V-twin, or 73 cubic inches, out of the Harley-Davidson Sportster, although this one is tuned up to make a bit more power. It makes 103 horsepower and 114 Newton meters of torque, or 84 foot-pounds. And it has a dry weight of 179 kilos, or 395 pounds. Now, that's a stunning lightweight motorcycle. It's got a lot of torque, a lot of power. They look amazing, and it's just a stunning motorcycle. Now, I've seen a couple around here in NZ, and I didn't actually know what it was, but I was like, damn, that thing sounds amazing. Like, it had a real thumpy idle, real burble, and it reminded me a lot of a Harley. But yeah, no, the Buell XB12R is a very special sports machine. They handle amazingly. They've got a crazy front brake that's like floating disc. And yeah, no, it's an amazing motorcycle, and that's why it's made this list. So number 4 is the Buell XB12R Firebolt. Coming in at number 3, we have the Lightning LS218. Now, this is the only electric motorcycle to make it on this list. Very cool. It's the most powerful production electric motorcycle, and it's made in the USA. So this bike, It has 204 horsepower and 227 newton meters of torque, or 168 pound-feet, which is crazy. That's back-breaking power. That's ridiculous. 225 kgs or 495 pounds is the weight, and it has a top speed of 218 miles per hour, which is why it's named the LS218, which translates to 350 kilometers an hour. Now, if anybody said an electric bike was slow, they're wrong. It is very fast and up there with the fastest bikes in the world. They may not have got the range completely great yet, but that is still stunning performance coming from an electric motorcycle. Now, this one's very cool. It looks awesome, very sport bike style. And yeah, it's just a really cool feat of engineering coming out of the USA. So yeah, that's our number 3 is the Lightning LS218. Coming in at number 2, we have the Motus MST-R. Now, this is a very unique sports touring motorcycle come out of the US, and I didn't actually know about it until making this list, but I thought it was super cool, and I love to include it. So it has a 1645cc or 100 cubic inches longitudinal V4, making 180 horsepower and 171 newton meters of torque, or 126 foot-pounds. So it's a bit of a monster, and it's actually the world's most powerful pushrod engine ever made. It weighs 227 kgs or 500 pounds dry, and I think it's an absolutely stunning motorcycle. It looks very unique. It has a very KTM-like headlight, and I think that's actually where the headlight comes from. And yeah, the longitudinal V4 is very unique, and to my knowledge, it's one of the only bikes that has an engine like this. Obviously, you've got your regular V4s and your Ducatis and Aprilias, but never longitudinal. So it looks very unique. You got the pipes coming out the side. It's an amazing motorcycle. So yeah, it made the list because it's super cool and unique, and I just think that more people should know about it. So that's number 2 is the Motus MST-R. Coming in at number 1, we have the Confederate FA-13 Combat Bomber. Now, what a name that is, and it is an exactly reminiscent name of how this motorcycle looks. Now, it is a stunning feat of engineering, this thing. It has a 2,163cc V20 engine, or 131.99 cubic inches. Whew, that's a car engine, basically. It makes 145 horsepower and 216 newton meters of torque, or 160 foot-pounds of torque. So it's a monster too. Reminiscent of the name Combat Bomber. It weighs 254 kilos or 560 pounds wet, and that's actually reasonably light for how ridiculous this machine looks. But yeah, it is an amazing feat of engineering. The front forks are unique, the exhausts are unique, the design of this thing is absolutely stunning. It is a piece of artwork, and I would love to see one in person or hear one go. And yeah, the reason it made number 1 is simply because it is one of the coolest looking bikes I've ever seen. So yeah, that is number 1, the Confederate FA-13 Combat Bomber. So that brings us to the end of our top 6 coolest motorcycles made in America video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. Maybe you didn't know about these bikes, or maybe you did and just wanted to see some of these awesome bikes on a video. So yeah, I think my definite favorite one is that Confederate Combat Bomber. That thing looks absolutely insane, but all of the bikes are really, really cool and awesome feats of engineering to come out of the USA. So yeah, big thank you from me for watching this video. Make sure to click like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And also, if you want to see the videos that I used for some of the backgrounds, I've got tons of videos in my backlog. There's about over 70 there of moto vlogs and different style videos and adventures and touring. So yeah, thank you all for watching this video. This is Vinny from Road Blast Media.